This match is over. He's about to hit him with the big slam.
Again, thanks for your support, and we'll see you at the matches right here, OneWrestling.com.
Half of you.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right, so we're recording. We've been recording ever since it started. I already,
That's the stuff.
This Google, if it's done right, can be really good. Let's see. All right, so you're gonna start the show like this. Is that Shinsuke?
Doing the Shinsuke. Bend over all over your back with your head to the floor.
So check it out. All right, let's start. You guys are ready?
Ready.
Yeah, we're rolling. Been rolling.
Ready.
What's going on, everybody?
Rolling. Gable.
All right, cool. Here we go. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to OneWrestling.com's Big Slam Nation 4th of July weekend, everybody. Happy Independence Day here in the United States of America. And what's up to all my Brits out there? You know what I'm talking about. Listen, I want to give a big shout-out to A-Track Brown and the Professor who couldn't join us, Fame Black, OK Fabe, and everybody else, the rest of the family. But right here today to discuss the World Cruiserweight Classic. It's going to be awesome. Big Ray, what's up, brother? Say what's up to the people, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know me. I'm the Mark of the Masses, the man of the planet. Big Ray here to stay to talk some WWE Cruiserweight Classic today. Dude, I'm feeling great. How are you doing, buddy?
I am doing very good. I've been watching The Conjuring all day and researching paranormal stuff, and I just found out that Annabelle the doll is actually real, and I'm going to go to Connecticut to see it. It's amazing.
Dude,
what's up?
Have you looked into the Babadook?
No, I haven't yet. That's later on. Later on in my research, I'll find out. Hey, and we got with us, of course, the king of old school himself. Back in the day. Hey, take us back real quick, Bill Schuyler. Say what's up.
What's going on, wrestling fans? The big show has returned. Back from my hiatus, and I am rejuvenated and ready to talk wrestling to everybody.
Back on the scene. Crispy and clean. It's Bill Schuyler, everybody. Hey, listen, man. Let's talk about the World Cruiserweight Classic. The Cruiserweight league in the WWE is shaping up, and it looks pretty good. I'm very, very excited about it, man. I really am. After that entire promo that the WWE put out, the ceremony. What is it? To introduce all the people that were going to be in it, that really got me amped. It's so many good wrestlers, so many people that I don't know, but they still got me interested in it. Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan are going to be awesome. I was really interested in that too. Listen, man, whoever wants to take it first, Big Ray or Schuyler, what do you guys think of it, and is there anybody that sticks out that you want to talk about?
If I may, really quickly, I just want to mention one thing, and it has nothing to do with the actual competitors in the World Cruiserweight Classic. I wanted to talk really quickly about Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan. I thought they were peanut butter and jelly. I thought they were fantastic. They fed well off of each other. You have someone in Daniel Bryan who is basically, not only a fan favorite. People absolutely love the guy. He just sounds so intelligent. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's been working with the cruiserweights. Mauro Ranallo, again, I think he is the future golden voice of the WWE. He reminds me a lot of Lee Marshall in many ways. Lee Marshall was amazing, one of my very favorite commentators, and I just can't wait till they give this guy the ball. I have a feeling that during this draft, and I know we're not talking about the draft, we're talking about the Cruiserweight Classic, that Raw may in fact draft Mauro Ranallo. I think that's going to be like kind of a way of passing the torch to him. So anyway, I just was really impressed with what they did during the YouTube introduction. I think it was a YouTube special, if I'm correct there, Billy Ray.
Yeah, man, that's what it was. I think everything that they've been doing has been through YouTube or through Facebook or something like that. I saw the weigh-ins not too long ago, which was awesome. Weigh-ins were awesome too, even though all they were doing was weighing each other. But it looks so legit. It's like if it's a legit competition, a real sport. They're doing it well. I mean, a lot of people are soured because it's the WWE and they're not expecting it to be as good as advertised. I think it's going to be very good, and so far they're doing a very good job. Hey, Skyler, you know the participants in this thing? If you do,
I got all 32, my friend.
well, I don't want you to go down all
Oh, yeah.
32. Just give me one that, not one of the heavy favorites. Give me one underdog that we should look out for.
An underdog to look out for.
That's a good question.
To me, there's a guy here who I've been waiting for years for him to get either to any of the big companies. He primarily wrestles in Canada, and he's the guy named Tyson Dukes. And Tyson Dukes is one of the most underrated, unknown wrestlers on the planet. And he's not only able to do what he has to do in the ring, he's good on the mic. He's excellent with just being a heel. Whatever he's got to do, and he's going to surprise a lot of people. He's not going to make it into that top 5 guys that I think might steal this. And the only other thing I got for this is there's one guy that I expected to be in this when I heard about this almost a year ago, and that's why I'm pumped for this, because I've been waiting for this forever. And that is the man formerly known as Kenta, Hideo Itami, who is ready to return to the ring and who fits into the weight scale, yet they did not put him in this Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, Bill, real quick, you could say the same. You could say the same really quickly for Austin Aries, who I thought would have been amazing in this. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I thought he would have been great.
All right. But, I mean, really, in my opinion, what they're going for here is the top guys of the independents worldwide. They have went worldwide. They got a little piece of everybody everywhere, and this is I'm so psyched for this. They're doing this. They're promoting it perfectly. They're promoting this almost unlike anything they've ever promoted before as an event.
Very true.
And I just can't see this not making huge numbers for the network, and people just jumping onto the everything that's got to do with it to find out about this. I don't think they're going to miss this week after week. If they even miss one or the first one, and then they're going to hear about what happened, and they're going to kick themselves in the pants, and they're going to get on there and find out what happened.
Bill, I have a quick question. Tyson Dukes, he's 38 years old.
Yes.
I think he's one of the older competitors besides Tajiri. I think Tajiri, I forgot how old he is, but I know Tyson Dukes is one of the older competitors. So, I mean, I know he's like a dark horse. Am I going to be asked the same question too, Billy Ray Valentine? Because I have a little dark horse.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was going to do next, so go ahead and take it if you wish.
All right, cool. Well, I mean, I don't think he'll win, but I've been waiting for this kid to get a break in the WWE. He's a little weird from what I hear off camera. The guy played a very pivotal character back in Impact Wrestling. That was Suicide, later becoming Manic. Just recently in TNA. I want to see this kid actually get up and do his thing on the big stage. I think he's a very, very talented. TJ Perkins, very, very talented. One of my very favorite cruiserweights. Unfortunate, though, the unfortunate thing for me is, and I think me and you, Billy Ray, spoke about this off the air, how the WWE didn't have a chance to get Ricochet in this tournament, even though from what I hear, Ricochet was offered a multi-year contract with Lucha Underground, and he turned it down. So I don't know what that means. Billy Ray?
I think that means that Ricochet is going to be participating in the J Cup, and he's going to be tearing it up over in Japan. But let me talk about TJ Perkins real quick. I like TJ Perkins a lot, and I wanted to talk about him because I think TNA really dropped the ball with this kid. First off, he's a good-looking kid. Second, he can wrestle his ass off. I used to see him in ROH a few times. And, they put him under a mask. They made him this goofy Suicide character that really was never – it was a dead-end character. It was never going to really get over with the fans. They could have done so much with this guy, and they didn't. They could have teamed him up with Zema Ion and made a hell of a tag team. Both of them. I mean, and they didn't do that. So I think they really dropped the ball on TJ Perkins. I don't think he will win. I don't think he's going to come close to winning. But I think he will get signed by the WWE. At least I hope he does. There's a lot of personality and a lot of in-ring skill with that guy. I want to give my dark horse, but he's also in my top 5. I just feel like a lot of people aren't aware of this guy. He's a dark horse. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's in the top 5 best talents in the tournament, and that's Akira Tozawa from
Yes.
Dragon Gate. So much charisma on this kid. It's amazing. I saw him tear down the house here in New York City with Johnny Gargano at a Dragon Gate show along with the Professor Anthony Quintana, and I mean tear down the house. Like, it was crazy. People went nuts, and he has a really, really small but loyal and fiercely loyal fan base among the internet wrestling community, among the smart marks. And I think this guy's going to turn a lot of heads because he's not only is he really good, but he's funny. He has that presence in the ring. He's a poor man Shinsuke, you can say. He has that type of glow, you know what I mean? And when I think he'll turn a lot of heads if they let him. His English isn't that bad. I think the WWE should go ahead and sign this guy.
He's a little guy. He's only 5. I believe he's only 5'7".
Yeah.
But he's a thick 5'7", around 205 or something like that, if I'm correct.
Strong striker.
Yeah, I stood next to him once at a show. Literally, I stood next to him, and he's smaller than I am. And I'm not very tall. I'm about 5'8". He's smaller than I am. I don't know what he's advertised as, but he's pretty small. Go ahead.
As far as you say with Ricochet, yeah, that's the one guy I'm very disappointed in because it almost looked like he was going to be signed. And yeah, as far as him not doing Lucha anymore, King Puma, Prince Puma, whatever it is, I think he's decided that, you know what, he's going to rule in Japan. And by doing that and being able to do his tag team work that he does across the states and the indies, he's going to be a huge, huge money player. And I think you're going to see him rise up the ranks as a good guy Jin character, a foil, if you will, to a lot of the Japanese talent in New Japan.
All right. What I want to do now is I want to talk about some of these guys. I don't want to go through all 32, but I'm going to just give you guys a name and briefly tell me what you think and their chances of winning this thing, or better than their chances of winning. What are their chances of actually being signed by the WWE? If you don't know the guy, just say you don't know him. There's no harm in that because there's 32 people, and I don't know half of them. But, hey, let's go. First, I'm going to go with Ray. Then I'm going to go with Bill, okay? And then I'll give one of mine, maybe, or I might just bypass me and just go with both of y'all. Let's talk about Yoshihiro Tajiri, right? He's returning to the WWE after a long, long time. He can still wrestle. He's made appearances throughout the United States when he's gone from the WWE, and he's back now. What do you think of him, Ray?
I think what they're going to do with Tajiri is I think Tajiri's going to win maybe two matches. He's going to win two fights in this tournament. The reason why I believe they're going to do that is it's not only a nostalgia thing, but Tajiri's going to become quickly the fan favorite, the underdog, the old man who can still do it. You'll hear chants of "You still got it, you still got it." Everybody knows that Tajiri was the Japanese buzzsaw in ECW, also a former light heavyweight champion in the WWE during the Attitude Era, and he was also the assistant to Lord William Regal. I still call him William Regal. I think Tajiri is fantastic with the Green Mist. He will heal his way to 2 victories and then maybe lose to a guy like, let's say, oh my gosh, I said Ospreay. I wish Ospreay was in this damn tournament. Will Ospreay. I was thinking about the other young man from England that
Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. He'll probably lose to a guy like that. It's going to be great. He's still in great shape. He still can hold the match just like the Great Muta. These guys get better with time. I think he's going to be the guy that a lot of older WWE fans are going to get behind, and the younger ones are going to see this old man, much like we did. Like we watched George Foreman back in the day. George Foreman, the 40-year-old man, finally claim the World Heavyweight Championship in the tender age of, I think, 42 or 43 or 44. I can't remember, and knocking out Michael Moore. That's going to be Tajiri's. That's going to be the mark he leaves in this cruiserweight tournament, and I think he'll put forth some good matches. Billy Ray?
All right. Bill, what do you think of Tajiri, man? Real quick.
Yeah, Tajiri, absolutely, without doubt. I think he's already signed, and I can see him as an online, as an on-screen character. He's phenomenal, dude. He's a genius. The stuff that he did in ECW. And then when as far as a maniac in the ring, but then when he came to the WWE, when they made him that character, he was so entertaining, and the fans loved him. And the biggest thing I'm looking forward to the Buzzsaw. Yeah, he's not going to win this. I agree with Ray. He's going to win and move his way up for quite a while. And he could wind up getting disqualified as he uses the green mist.
Good one.
In the final match against somebody that he just can't seem to beat. And I think the human buzzsaw Japanese buzzsaw is going to get upset about that and lose it. But there's one guy that Kenta is tight with, and that's the great Muta. And I would love to see them somehow bring Muta in before next year's WrestleMania and have Muta put into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that has to happen at some point, right? Muta has to get into the Hall of Fame.
It has to.
I'm not going to hold my breath, and neither should any of you.
Wait, what are you talking about? Muta doesn't even perform the greatest Shining Wizard. Apparently, AJ Lee does, according to WWE.com.
We don't even want to talk about that. That never happened. It's been blocked out of my brain. I have no recollection of what you're talking about.
My God.
So let's leave that alone. Let's talk about one of Big Ray's favorites in the tournament. I don't know anything about him, but Big Ray really likes this guy. Let's talk about Jack Gallagher from England. The gentleman Jack Gallagher, Ray, and then Bill Schuyler. Tell me something.
All right, so let me just click over to me now. Basically, Jack Gallagher, he's a younger competitor. He's actually held multiple championships over in I think it's FSW. I'm doing this all the time off the top of my head. I really don't know off the top of my head, but the kid is got charisma. The kid's got a great look. The kid looks like a pale William Regal with a handlebar mustache. He does the whole. I love that. I absolutely love it.
It's a throwback. I know.
It's a throwback, but what he is gonna his technical ability, his mat wrestling skills. See, he's one of the very few cruiserweights that you're going to watch. You're going to see that he's not just a high flyer. This guy is a technical mat technician, if that makes any sense, and he's going to actually really put forth a good effort. Now, depending on whether the WWE is going to put the mic on this guy, I've heard the guy talk once or twice. I had to do a little research on him, and he's pretty good. He's okay, but he's got the charisma, and he's got the look. And he's got the in-ring skill. So this guy can go far. I believe this guy will probably go into the all the way down to the Elite Eight, possibly. Maybe not the Final Four, but I think he'll be there, and he'll be another dark horse. Billy Ray?
Oh man, I think you're a little optimistic. I don't think he's making the Elite Eight, but who knows? The guy's really good. Hey,
you know what? I'll take it back. The Sweet 16.
All right, Bill, what's up, man? Tell me something about him.
All right, my man Tony Nese, who has been a stalwart throughout the Indies. Tony Nese has that look, and I think he'll do well in a division like this. He would do well in NXT. I don't see him on a main roster up top, but I could see them signing him he's just a typical guy that falls into just kind of that look that Vince likes. And he's a wrestler that he's got a lot of potential and a lot of moves that people just seem for some reason not to gravitate to enough.
Because he's not the high flying cruiserweight type.
That's
guy.
What it is. Right. Correct. He's not flip flopping and flying all over the ring and spot monkeying it. And that's really in all intents and purposes that's what. As they say, the kids want to see today. I get to say that now, feeling older and older, and it's exactly what they want. But yeah, I'd like to see Tony Nese make his way up, and I have two more guys on here, which if we get that far, that I think we're going to see do something in this tournament.
All right, let me talk about the Bollywood boys. I was asking about Jack Gallagher, but I like where you went with this. You just took it and did your own thing. So let's do that. I'm talking about the Bollywood boys, man. I like this team a lot.
Love the Bollywood boys.
They're so charismatic, man. It's so entertaining to watch. If you guys have time, just look them up. Look up some of their promos on YouTube. Some of them are still out there. They're funny, man. They're
not that great in the ring though.
I don't think so, but I think their charisma makes up for it. So I could care less what they do in the ring. They need to get signed. The Bushwhackers weren't that great in the ring. You know what I mean? If at least not what I saw in the WWE. So I mean, they could be the new age bushwhackers, man. They really can. I really dig the Bollywood boys. I'm not expecting them to go far at all, but I hope the WWE keeps them in mind, signs them up as a tag team. There's a lot of tag teams that are going to be going up to the main roster, so they can stick around at NXT and make my life a whole lot better. I know I want to see them perform every week on my television screen. The Bollywood boys. The Bollywood Lions, actually.
Quick question.
They really go by. What's up?
Quick question regarding the Bollywood Lions or the Bollywood Boys. Again, I've seen these guys in the ring, and again, you're right. Their charisma is off the charts. Mm-hmm. Their in-ring ability actually scares me at times. I've seen quite a few blown spots, and I'm not a critic when it comes to in-ring like what you do in-ring, because you're the professional. I'm a novice, but I've seen them do things that looked like they hurt the people they were working with. That's the one thing that scares me about them. Other than that, I think you're right, dude. I think these guys can make a lot of money for the WWE if it's done right, especially with their partnership over there with India. I think that'll be great.
I'm just saying, like, if Mahabali Shira could find himself into a wrestling ring anywhere in the United States, the Bollywood boys definitely deserve to be somewhere because they're much better than that guy. And he's wrestling every week on nationwide television, okay? That's all I got to say about that. Hey, give me somebody, Bill Schuyler.
All right. There's no doubt I cannot go without Tommaso Ciampa. Okay, Tommaso Ciampa has everything except being, for his body style and his wrestling, he needs to be 6'2" at least, and a bigger guy for that typical Vince McMahon mold. But regardless, I've seen him in training. I've seen him flipping those giant tractor trailer freaking tires and the workouts he does and the lifting. He's one of the strongest small men, as far as cruisers that I've seen. And I don't mean to put a spoiler out there, but I am.
Don't. If you know something, don't put it out there.
Wait. Is this like a legit spoiler or?
Well, it's just about who's wrestling who.
Oh, okay. I think everybody knows they're wrestling.
Okay, because this might be. I'm very upset that they put Ciampa against Johnny Gargano.
I know.
In the first round.
Dude, I know. Dude, but you know who's going over there, right?
Oh, Johnny Gargano.
Oh my God! All right.
No. No. Hold on. Really quickly, I don't know for sure who's going over. I don't know for sure who's going over. I'm just saying
me either. I'm just saying Johnny Gargano has such charisma. Johnny wrestling, the crowd loves him. I've been behind this guy. I'm going to talk about Johnny later. But Tommaso Ciampa, the Sicilian psychopath when he was in Ring of Honor. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man, you sound just fine. Go ahead.
He was.
Can't hear you now. Somebody hit the mute button.
We lost you. You hit the mute button on the very top.
Do it again.
There you go.
There you go.
Right. Yeah, Tommaso.
You were talking about how handsome I was. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa is a guy that I see him. He's another NXT guy that will work his way up. And if they finally make this cruiserweight division a legit thing that's going to be on national television or whatever it might be, cable, whatever, but have it happening on a regular basis, he's a perfect guy for it. He's vicious in the ring. He is a heel by nature, and the fans love him or hate him either way. So Tommaso Ciampa is a great talent, and again, that's a guy they scooped up from Ring of Honor. But I'm very disappointed because him and Johnny were one of the best tag teams that they had going in NXT for a while.
Well, they can continue to be. They don't have to stop being a
tag
team.
No, it doesn't happen. But this knocks them both out. One of them guys is getting knocked out, and they should both, to me, been allowed to compete for quite a while, and maybe had them be in that last match between themselves much later, and it not in the first round.
How do maybe we don't know. Maybe one of the guys is injured.
The Professor Quintana had the same assertion. He thought that both of them should be in the finals. I think very differently. Big Ray, if you have someone, give him to me, and if you don't, might I suggest Zack Sabre Jr., please?
Well, I'm not gonna talk Zack Sabre Jr. yet.
Let's
Okay.
talk Will Ospreay.
I'll
Even though
talk
he's
Zack
not here.
Sabre Jr.
No,
Give me
no,
somebody.
I could definitely talk. Dude, I could talk.
We
Zack
know you
Sabre Jr.
can. It's just a matter of who you want to talk about now. That's all it is.
You know who I want to talk about?
Yes, man.
I want to talk about somebody who actually was in the WWE, who was one of the longest reigning tag team champions in quite some time, and who kind of had like a rebirth on the indie circuit. And I'm talking about the Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick. This guy was absolutely reborn.
Spanky.
Spanky was reborn on the indie circuit, and he has that wild man, crazy, just balls to the wall, Jeff Hardy type style that I think is going to bring a lot of action. He got a huge pop, actually a really huge pop. I mean, I can go on with a bunch of other guys who got some pretty big pops. Cedric Alexander, who also got a really good pop,
Yes.
And as for those who don't know, he's only 26 years old, if I'm right off the top of my head. But Cedric Alexander, he's one of the bigger competitors. I think he's about 5'11", almost 6 feet tall, right around that 205, 210, 210 range.
He's good.
And that guy can move. That guy can. I'm not using a racial term, but he can boogie. I'm serious. I think Cedric Alexander has the marketability, the look, and the in-ring ability to take this entire tournament, if not to be a legit player in the WWE. That's
Absolutely.
how good Cedric Alexander is. And have you heard him on the mic? That kid has it. He's not refined yet. He's still a diamond in the rough. Only 25 or 26 years old. I can't remember again. I'm going off the top of my head. I did do my homework, but this kid showed me some things that really, he's very crisp. If that makes any sense, Billy Ray. He's very crisp. Everything he does, everything from an Irish whip to like he does this front flipping I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, but everything he does is very crisp. So I think Cedric Alexander, and I know I'm talking about Brian Kendrick. I'll go right back to him really quickly. Brian Kendrick is going to be another one of those guys that people are going to get behind, but I think he will lose very, very early in the tournament.
No, probably. I think he'll get past the first round, but then lose. Yeah, man, I know about the crisp thing. And like guys like the great Sasuke. I remember when I first saw the great Sasuke, he flies through the air effortlessly, and that's the type of thing that Cedric Alexander kind of does. Or El Generico, Sami Zayn.
Yes.
When he does it, it's just effortless.
Yes, flawless.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
Really quickly, are you going to talk? Are you going to talk about your guy, Mr. What is it, Metalik?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let me do that. Yeah, man. Grand Metallic, Máscara Dorada, who is the absolute beast. They call him the Wizard of the Ropes, man. That guy is no joke. I can't say it anymore. He is so seriously good. I'm so glad that he's in the WWE, even if it's for a short time. I was happy when he made the transition to New Japan, because if anybody watches CMLL, they know that, I mean, the wrestling is kind of different. It's lucha. And lucha in AAA is different from lucha in CMLL. Lucha in CMLL is kind of hard for an American to kind of follow and get behind, and I can get that. And when I see
why would it be just really quickly, so that because I understand the difference between AAA wrestling and CMLL wrestling.
Yeah.
I believe AAA is more of a show. It kind of lends itself more to the sports entertainment portion and the flying portion of.
No, absolutely. No, that true, but that also I want to say. But I mean, as far as the in-ring, it's even easier to follow. Like they have a more hardcore style, a more Americanized style than what CMLL does. And it's there's a lot of three-man tags in CMLL, a lot of jumping and a lot of arm drags and over and over and over again. It's the same thing, and it's very telegraphed. It's very unrealistic, in my opinion. But you can see their athleticism, regardless. So when he went over to New Japan, he got to wrestle in the Japanese style, and the guy is ridiculously good. I think he's gonna tear the house down in WWE, and I hope they give him at least 2 wins like they did to Jury. I hope that he's not gonna win a tournament, but out of the collection of talent that they have, he's among the top 5. That guy's ridiculously good. Skyler, give me somebody.
There's a guy out there on the scene that's been there for a long, long time, and that's a guy by the name of Drew Gulak, CZW champion. He's Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. He is not a high flyer. He is a mat wrestler. He is a ring general. I will tell you this right now. not one of my favorite guys in the world. And I mean that out of the ring and also in the ring. But he is a talent. He's something that's bringing something completely different to the game here against these high flyers, because he's going to get a hold of if he gets a hold of them and brings them down to him, and it comes down to a wrestling match, Gulak is that damn good, and he could steal wins by locking these guys up and just doing what he has to do. He's a guy that does everything. And like I said, he's a CZW wrestler, so he's been involved with the violence, at the high flyers. He's done it all, and he's a national known wrestler. So I'd like to see where Gulak goes, because just for me, with that, he is a local guy. For me down here in the New Jersey, Philadelphia area. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
All right, man. You guys, Ray, unless you got somebody else to talk about.
Oh, I got somebody I really want to talk about.
All right, go ahead and do that, and then let's get into who's going to win this thing. Go ahead, Ray.
Well, I'm going to jump into who I think is going to win it then, because this is the guy I want to talk about.
Oh, goes the number 5.
I'm going to my number 1 choice.
Oh.
The first guy that I thought was going to win right off the bat. I'm not too sure right now, but he was the last guy in the ring. And I'm going to let me just warm up my vocal cords to do like Billy Ray Justice. Ibushi, Kota! How's that? Not
Very
bad?
nice.
Very good. Kota Ibushi, 3-time IWGP Junior Junior Light Heavyweight Champion, right?
Yeah, you're right. Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, Junior Heavyweight Champion. The guy is extremely good looking, not only in the ring, but he's got an amazing look. This kid is the real deal. I believe if he would have re-signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling, he definitely would have taken that title. He would have been the figurehead of that organization in the next 5 years. I think he would have been the man in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know if you guys agree with me, yes. But the fact is that this kid is, I think, this is going to be a big statement. I believe this tournament was put together to display a guy like Kota Ibushi, to bring him into your homes via the WWE Network. I think there are maybe 2 or 3 guys, and he is one of the 3 that Vince McMahon is literally salivating when he looks and he sees. Like I said, again, you know, I know I keep emphasizing on his facial looks. The guy is a handsome young man. Not only that, the guy is a hard worker. He's wrestled all over. And not only that, but he has a legit martial arts background. He won the K2 championship in 2002 or 2003. This guy's a real karate man, as they say back in the day. This guy is
I'm a karate man.
He's a karate man. You know I got that from.
Bleed on the inside.
You know where I got that from, right? Karate man bleed on the inside. Anyway. But that's a reference to one of our favorite movies. It's a PW Hustle exclusive, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to PW Hustle 2 on YouTube. But anyway, so Kota Ibushi.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, please.
Now that you mentioned PW Hustle, if you go over there, I got my top five most likely to win the Cruiserweight tournament, and I'll break them down. It's a pretty cool vid. Go check it out, man. PW Hustle or PW Hustle 2, either channel. Go ahead, Ray.
No, so basically, I'll finish up by saying that this guy, Ibushi. Kota? That's good, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just making. I'm trying. I think this guy, out of everyone, and listen to what I'm saying here. Listen very clearly to what I'm saying. Kota Ibushi is one of the very few guys that came, other than Shinsuke Nakamura, who I don't think the WWE would put the World Heavyweight title on. But I think this kid may have what it takes to be the first Japanese WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
That's a bold statement.
I think Shinsuke is going to beat him to it, man. I think
Shinsuke?
I agree.
I think they're really going to – I don't know if they're going to invest in Shinsuke, but I think they're going to hand him one of those straps, man. I don't know which one they're going to hand him. Is it going to be the new SmackDown one or the actual WWE title? If it's the WWE title, I'll be shocked, to be honest with you. But they're going to put something on him. I think it's probably even part of his contract. I don't think Shinsuke was coming over here unless they guaranteed a world title run. But that's just me. Hey, Bill Schuyler, give me your winner, man.
We're going for the winners because I have a top 5 of my guys who I thought were going to be like the guys up there.
So just run through the top 5. Just say the names
I'll
and
run
give them more.
My top 5, which was my dark horse in the top 5, was T.J. Perkins being in that last run. Rich Swann.
Love Rich Swann.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano was
all night long
to be in there. My pick was that Johnny Gargano was going to go up against Zack Sabre Jr. In their final match, and Zack Sabre Jr. would come out ahead. Zack, of course, being in there, and Zack finally facing Kota Ibushi, and Ibushi winning it all. I agree with everything Ray says. Kota was there that once Shinsuke left, they already began working the program. He was going up against AJ Styles before AJ left earlier. As they were building him up. And I think you're going to see him go into a major feud this year in New Japan against Okada. And they were going to become the two guys going at it every time you had the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And Okada, as you know, Vince McMahon and them offered him everything. And I'm talking everything to come to the WWE because he is a giant. As far as Japanese wrestlers go, he's huge. He's young. He's one of the greatest wrestlers, in my opinion, on the planet.
Absolutely.
Huge. He's huge. He's huge.
It's gonna be huge.
He's huge. You know, he may have small hands in Japan, but my hands are huge. But Okada, the Rainmaker, again, not to bring him up here for that, but he's just. He will be new. He stayed with New Japan. They're going to take care of him. He's going to be like a Hulk Hogan there, and he's just going to live as the champ for a long time. But here in the States, Ibushi Kota will be the first CWC champion for the WWE. And again, with Ray, he has everything going for him. And my dream that happened after this, as I think I told you, Billy Ray, was that I didn't get to see Kenta, a.k.a. Hideo Itami, in this. How would I love to see Kota Ibushi versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Hideo Itami in a triple threat at WrestleMania this year, 33, I'm going to say for the Intercontinental Championship, because it'll be too soon for a world title, unless they go completely, out of the box and to put Ibushi on it, early on. But I don't see it. I think they want to build these guys up and let the fans realize how much talent these Japanese wrestlers have. And I really think there's going to be a working relationship going on between New Japan and the WWE. Solidified within the next 2 years. That's my opinion. I said it here first. We'll see what happens after that.
Wait, hold on. You say your tagline. Where are you going to see it?
Well, that's going to happen down the road.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. And I'll feel better.
You know what? I mean, I don't think the WWE has to have a working relationship with New Japan. They could just go ahead and take their talent. That's what they're doing now. They just take them.
No, I see them.
At least they're giving them props. At the very least, they mention New Japan. They don't mention TNA at all. They mention New Japan.
They mentioned them. They mentioned TNA briefly, but
one guy did it once. Like, that doesn't count.
Yeah. With New Japan, could you see them doing house shows together in Japan? Could you see how much money they would make?
They don't need it, man.
If it was
they got
official
Shinsuke,
and did a pay-per-view?
Shinsuke went over there and brought the house down.
Yes,
say it again?
You're right.
Say it again.
He said Shinsuke went over there and brought the house down.
Yeah, they don't need to do a crossover, man. Let me just tell you who I think is going to win. Of course, it's Kota Ibushi. That's my favorite wrestler in the world today. Right now is Kota. I love Kota, the Golden Star.
Could you please do it?
Ibushi, Kota, the Golden Star, man. There's nobody better, man. Well, Seth Rollins. You can put on that level. Shinsuke, you can put on that level. But
can you imagine the matches between those guys this year?
Man, you know what? I just think
plus AJ.
I mean,
plus AJ Styles.
Does he have the ability to be a WWE champ? Yeah, man, definitely. Is that going to happen? Probably not. You know, he can challenge for him if they book him proper, if they book him right. I just don't have the faith that Vince McMahon is going to do that. I really don't have the faith that he's going to do that. But let's talk about the Cruiserweight Classic.
Even a Japanese WWE tour with those guys over there. That's the place where you put the strap on a guy like Kota or Hideo. Even Hideo. But as far as it goes with Shinsuke, it would be huge for him to win in, say, the Tokyo Dome in the WWF, just their own promotion, nobody else being there. They do tour, and they're loving Japan right now.
Hey, Bill, let me finish up so we can just move on. So I just want to say who I think is going to win. Yeah, so Shinsuke. I mean, listen, now I'm saying Shinsuke. Kota Ibushi, I think he's going to win, and of course he's going to be in the finals with Zack. That's the one that's going to be a surefire sign for the WWE. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to get signed. He is going to be in the main roster at some point, and I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him a world title run. You know, that's the future right there. That guy, along with whoever else they find. I mean, Will Ospreay comes over. Kota Ibushi is my dude, and he should win this tournament. He should. I don't know if he will. I'm picking him to win. I think he's the obvious choice. If he doesn't win, it's going to be Zack Sabre Jr. It's going to be one of the two guys.
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Finn Balor for a major title in the WWE main roster this year.
Damn, that's quick.
hey, Billy Ray, really quickly.
It could be the U.S. title. It could be the other one of the two world titles. Intercontinental. They could come up with something else. You got to remember, Ibushi's going to have. I mean, they're doing this with a trophy, I believe, right? I mean, they're not carrying a belt. They're not defending on a regular basis for this.
They're gonna actually strap a trophy to a belt.
Nice.
Trophy to a belt. Yeah. It's gonna be like a big phallic symbol. That's nice.
Basically, but
Ray, what were you saying?
No, I just had a quick question. I don't know if you noticed. You know, I have a lot of red, white, and blue back here, and American flag. Did we even get a chance to wish everyone a happy Independence Day, 4th of July? This is the 4th of July special. Am I correct?
Well, I did that at the beginning of the show. I wished everybody a happy 4th of July. Yeah.
Did you really?
I did.
I didn't notice.
And for all of you who are looking for a date at the end of this show, I will tell you exactly how you could snag yourself a hot little thing and go see the fireworks tonight. Billy Ray Valentine's going to give out some love advice for you guys watching on the 4th of July, especially for you guys, because I know it's a lot to ask to watch a show on the 4th of July. Billy Ray Valentine almost didn't even do the show. I was going to go out to the shore, do something crazy like that, but no. We came back here, Big Ray was like, we got to do a show, and I was like, all right, fine. So since we're going to do one, I'll give out some love advice to you guys who want to see the fireworks. Anyway, go ahead, Ray.
I really don't have anything. I really have nothing more to add.
All right, bet. So we're all taking Kota Ibushi to win this thing. If not Kota Ibushi, it's going to be Zack Sabre Jr. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Now, the only thing I'm going to say is this. Is the WWE making it too obvious that this guy's going to win? Which, bringing him into the ring last and like all this emphasis on Kota Ibushi and anyway, I just think that there's a good chance.
Oh, they could do a swerve.
Do I think he will win? I think he should win. Do I think he will win? I'm not 100% sure because I think it's going to be too obvious.
I had a vision.
Well, it's either him or Sabre Jr., right? It's either one of the two. Like the tournament was made to showcase these two guys, right?
Well, so what's gonna happen if they face off in the semifinals?
then one of them is winning the tournament.
Let me ask you this.
Home early. What's up?
Let me ask you this: in the final round, if it is a Bush versus anybody, what if a jaded, and he is at this time in the NXT WWE world, what if Hideo Itami got involved in the match and caused Kota to be disqualified?
I hope they don't go that route.
And then have the feud break between Kenta and Ibushi.
I get that. I just hope they don't really go that route. I mean, because I want them to have a clear winner to this tournament.
I want them to stay away from storylines. I want this to be almost like a UFC event or like a martial arts tournament. That, you know what I'm saying? I don't want there to be any shenanigans.
All right, man. So let's move on. Let's talk about since it's the 4th of July, let's talk about the best American gimmicks in professional wrestling that we can think of right now. If you're watching this show, leave your comments below about who the greatest wrestler American gimmick is to you. To me, it's very simple, but I'm gonna back off on it right now. I'm gonna go to Big Ray. Give me somebody, Big Ray. Best American gimmick in the history of professional wrestling. It doesn't have to be isolated to the WWE. Give me somebody.
The best gimmick. Well, I mean, you can easily go with a guy like Hulk Hogan, obviously, who was Mr. America at one point in the juncture. Probably Hulk Hogan would be the epitome. I mean, I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man. But I'm going to go with Muhammad Hassan. I think Muhammad Hassan was the epitome of what it is to be an American. This guy came from a torn down, basically, country, and he made a beautiful life here in the United States. And he was the man. Just like great guys like Nikolai Volkov, another great American, the Iron Sheik. Those guys are the true Americans because they came from their countries and made themselves here in the United States of America. So I'll go with Muhammad Hassan as one of my favorite American gimmicks. No, I'm kidding. So probably Hulk Hogan. If you're thinking all Americans, got to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That guy was all about USA. Billy Ray?
Don't let Donald Trump hear what you just said. It'll be a wrap for you. You'll be deported along with everybody else. Hey, Skyler, give me somebody. Who do you think, man?
All right, I went the other way on this. I was going for my top 5. You know, and are we going to talk about more than one or just the winner?
No, you do. We talked about it. We're moving on. You talked about the winner. You want to give your top 5? Go ahead, give your top 5.
Give top 5. My top 5 my number 5 was the Patriot, Del Wilkes, the original Patriot, who continued that reign for years. And Del Wilkes is a underrated guy that is a class act all the way. You get a chance to check out interviews with Stone Cold Steve Austin with Del Wilkes. He's done a few. I had the All-American boy Bob Backlund, who also then transformed into Mr. Backlund, back running for president, who was pure USA in a villain aspect. And then even today, with what he's doing, training and trying to make somebody to be the best he is.
Bill Schuyler. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I almost forgot. And I had this written down in my notes. The greatest American gimmick, the Fabulous Rougeau brothers. Thank you very much.
And then, my friends, we have to put in the All-American, the Olympic medalist himself, Kurt Angle, who bleeds red, white, and blue, regardless of he's a face or a heel. He is a legitimate American hero. Then, of course, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Who ran that being the American Dream his entire life. And but when it comes to box office, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to what was sold, you have to say
Bastion Booger.
Yes, Bastion Booger. It has to be the All-American. He's the real American. Yeah, it's Hulk Hogan. I agree with everyone. How you can't say Hulk Hogan, I don't know. He even became, Mr. America at one time in the red, white, and blue masked suit going up against Vince McMahon. Yeah. It's you, brother. And that was it. That's my guys that were the best American gimmicks in pro wrestling history.
What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania was wild on you, dude? Sorry, I just had to get that out of my system.
How you left out the American males is beyond me.
Oh my God, American males.
They should have been on your list as one of the greatest American gimmicks of all time because, I mean, quite frankly, you can't talk about America without talking about the American male.
Hey, Billy Ray, before you jump into one, they just keep popping up. And one of my very favorite American gimmicks was a guy that was totally buried on Superstars of Wrestling on live TV on a Saturday morning.
You're not.
Yeah, no. I don't know if I don't think you remember this. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. This guy apparently, Corporal Kirshner, And the funniest thing about Corporal Kirshner was that I think it was not Bobby the Brain Heenan. I don't know if it was Bobby the Brain Heenan or Jesse the Body Ventura who says he's been in the military the whole time and all he could do was make corporal. I think it was hilarious. He totally buried him. I mean, Sergeant Slaughter. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Slaughter would be my number 6.
How can we forget the Sergeant? Anyway, Billy Ray, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Slaughter, Hacksaw, yeah.
Thank you for taking just about everyone for me to talk about. So I'm gonna say the American males, and I'm gonna talk about Jack Swagger because
hey, how about the U.S. Express, Mike Rotunda, Barry Windham?
How about that?
The Lex Express. The Lex Express, Lex Luger.
Lex Luger, come on, let's just keep taking them from Billy Ray.
Yeah, sure, just keep going. Just keep going.
Come on, you got to come up with one that's the
come up with one.
How about when Sting wore red, white, and blue on his face during Starrcade? I'm sorry, go ahead.
How about you let me come up with one?
Match. All right, go ahead, you go. You go.
All right, there's nobody else. You guys freaking bled it dry. Thank you very much.
No, that's bullcrap. I can think of 5 more wrestlers.
Yeah, there's the American Pitbulls.
Huh?
The American Pitbulls. Yeah, they were on a.
The American Pitbulls.
All right, since we're doing that,
I'm just reaching.
I got the American males, right?
Okay.
I took the Jack Swagger All-American, a real American, right?
Okay.
I'm going to go for my favorite tag team of present day, the American Wolves. They just call themselves the Wolves, but they're the American Wolves. They were the American Wolves before that. So I'm taking that. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, what's up, since you guys didn't take that. And, of course, the number 1 has to be Hulk Hogan. It has to be. He's the greatest of all time.
Could be Zeb Coulter.
Zeb Coulter?
Yeah.
What about him?
He's one of the greatest Americans ever, and he used to wrestle.
We the people?
We the people.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding with this?
Yes.
Hey, listen, man. So Hulk Hogan is the greatest of all time.
No, but
right?
wait a second. Hold on.
I'm not doing this anymore.
No, but I'm just saying, just because Hulk Hogan is the more famous, I honestly do feel.
I think he has the greatest American gimmick.
No, I think it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I think he is the greatest American gimmick.
Tough guy. I think he has the greatest 2x4 gimmick. If anybody has a 2x4 gimmick, they're gonna refer back to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. As far as being an American, it's
nobody has used the 2x4 since.
Absolutely, and nobody ever will.
He's the only guy that can actually tape an American flag to a 2x4. Nobody's offended. Sorry.
If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man. I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. He is the greatest of all time. Yeah, he said some bad things about people.
Don't we all?
I'm not talking about Terry Bollea. I'm talking about the immortal Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
Forever and ever, he will be that in my eyes and in my heart. Happy 4th of July to all of you guys. Hey, like I promised, I'm going to tell you how to get some chicks, man, right? All of you that don't have chicks, this is how you do it, right? See, I was watching Shinsuke Nakamura debut over in Japan. And for the WWE, and those people went nuts. And let's face it, Shinsuke Nakamura is not one of the good-looking guys, one of the most good-looking guys on the planet. He actually looks very weird, but it doesn't seem to matter. Are you listening to me? What are you doing? Stop.
He's perfect.
Stop listening.
He's perfect sleaze, bro. He's the best.
I'm whistling the theme song. Oh,
I know, but it's distracting me.
It's background music.
It sounds like your air conditioner went wrong or something. Listen, so this is how you do it. Did you see Shinsuke Nakamura walk into that ring? All you heard was women shouting, Shinsuke! Shinsuke! That's all you heard. Roman Reigns, eat your heart out, right? You talk about Roman Reigns, screw that. Shinsuke Nakamura walks into a ring and the ladies go nuts. You want to know why? Because he's the coolest guy on the planet. So there's that little girl, there's that teenage girl that you teenage boys have been eyeing, right? And teenage boys, you know what I mean? Or if you're a little older, if you're grown and sexy like Billy Ray Valentine, and you want to ask out that MILF and you don't know how to do it, here's what you do. You walk up to her and you go like this.
Oh my God, this is gonna be in my nightmares tonight.
And flip back.
They are gonna fall for that. It works for Shinsuke. He does it all the time. He's like,
cheese and crackers. How is this going to get? Oh my God, I want to do you right now, buddy.
I'm telling you, it worked.
What the hell? What just happened?
I don't know, man.
This outdoes Manny in Scarface when he flipped his tongue like a lizard for the girl for the ice cream.
Oh, like a lizard.
Hey man, it works. Go
Yeah,
try it.
yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura, it worked for him. He brought over his ancient Japanese secrets to us, and now we can take full advantage of it. He's gonna be the first Japanese WWE champion, and
Only if you're going to little Tokyo in California.
and he will get you a girl tonight. Get it ready for the 4th of July to go see the fireworks. Any closing thoughts from my two guys? Bill Schuyler, tell me something.
Brother, I'm just ready and waiting to see everything going on with this tournament. And I just think this is going to be a huge year. Huge year.
It's going
for
to be
the
huge.
WWE, for NXT, for CW. I think this is going to really legitimize the network to those fans that were afraid to come over to watch NXT, to give them props, to give this tournament props. They're doing this legit. They're making this look like something that they've never done before.
All right, Big Ray, say something and say goodbye to the people. And if you want to start listing the Twitter handles, go right ahead.
All right, so basically, before I do that, I'm gonna actually put myself over for a quick second, buddy. Listen, guys, if you guys haven't noticed, I actually started a new podcast. It's the Big Ray Wrestling Show podcast, and I'm gonna be having my cohort over here, Bill Schuyler. We're gonna be bringing back in the day. I don't know if you guys were fans of the Can-Am Wrestling Show, but we used to have a nice little segment there called Back in the Day with Bill Schuyler. So he'll be part of my podcast on a weekly basis. I'm also gonna be doing a top 5 every single week. It's gonna be kind of like the Can-Am Wrestling Show without the can, if that makes any sense. But anyway, you guys may be asking what happened to the wrestling chick. Well, honestly, the fact is that we had a scheduling conflict, and it was very difficult for me to get together with her and OK Fabe to do a podcast. So I said, let me just do it myself. Billy Ray Valentine was very encouraging when it came to that, so thank you, my friend. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at OneWrestling.com. Oh, wait, not follow us on Twitter, OneWrestling.com. You can follow us on OneWrestling.com, YouTube /OneWrestlingVideo. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling. God, I'm all over the place. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Follow Billy Ray Valentine at Obi-Wan. You know me. Or Obi-Wan, you owe me? What is it again? I'm sorry.
You know me. Obi-Wan, you know me.
Obi-Wan, you know me. Bill Schuyler at You Got the Show. Pharaoh Fancy. 8-Track Brown. Follow him on Twitter at Pharaoh Fancy. Fame Black at Fame Black. The Professor Quintana at PROFPW Hustle. And, of course, who am I missing? OK Fabe, OKAYFABE. Follow him on Twitter. And, of course, the godfather of this whole shebang, the leader of OneWrestling.com, the legendary Bill Apter. Follow on Twitter at After One Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, you can still go to Amazon.com and you get yourself a copy. Boom, there it is right here. It's Wrestling Fixed. I didn't know it was broken. So, guys, do that. Please subscribe to my podcast. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Stitcher. I'm anywhere you want to be. And also, I have the old shows archived. This week, I talked a little bit about myself, a little bit about professional wrestling. I put up an old interview I did with J.J. Dillon. Check it out, guys. It's actually pretty dope.
Fantastic.
So we're done with that, Billy Ray. Anything?
Nope, man. Everything is cool. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching on the 4th of July weekend. We really appreciate it. Listen, I want to give a big shout-out to my people over at the Sunday Segway, Tom Brady and Kenny Killer, who will soon be coming back right here to the Big Slam Nation to kick it with us here stateside. You know what I mean? And hey, that's all. Thank you for watching. God bless you guys. Stay safe today and for the rest of the weekend. All right? We'll be back next week, God willing.
Mahalo.
And be safe and don't mess with those fireworks if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, stop doing that. That's going to be in my nightmares. Goodbye. Yuck.